Have you ever felt like you're constantly correcting your kids' whining, complaining, or bad attitudes, or maybe sibling conflicts in your home? Maybe you've wondered, how do I get to my child's heart instead of just managing that annoying behavior? Because let's be honest, most of us don't just want obedient kids. We want children who are kind, respectful, loving, and who really care about others and how they treat them. So today I want to share with you a book that really focuses on that deeper heart issue, not just behavior modification. And if you're a Christian parent or a homeschool mom who's trying to build a peaceful, respectful home, I think this one will really encourage you. The one thing I've learned over the years as a mom of 8 and homeschool mom for decades is this: you cannot force behavior for a moment, but lasting change happens in the heart. The name of the book is Say Goodbye to Whining, Complaining, and Bad Attitudes in You and Your Children. And I'm really excited about this book because it teaches honor. The whole focus of the book is honor, not just be nice or stop the whining, but it's helping our kids to understand honor in a way that changes how they treat others and even how we respond as parents. So this really isn't just for your kids. It's a reminder for us too as we parent. The title alone grabs attention because it talks about saying goodbye to those things in both of you. And I love that because parenting is never just about changing our children. Parenting changes us also. God uses parenting to change our hearts. And like I mentioned, the heart of this book is really centered around honor and how that changes the atmosphere of a home. When honor becomes part of your family culture, the relationships feel closer, communication will improve, and kids begin to understand that respect isn't just about rules. It's about valuing people. And one of the things that I really, really like about it is that this book doesn't just say, teach honor, and then it talks all about teaching honor, but doesn't tell you how to do it. It just leaves you wondering, okay, I really need to do this, but how? It gives you practical ways to actually do this. And as a mom, that was so important to me. I needed someone to tell me how to do things and how to make it practical in my parenting. And sometimes we know what we're supposed to teach, but we want to know how to teach it. Quick question for you here. Do you feel like you're spending more time correcting behavior than you are building connection? I think most of us have been there at some point or another. And that's why I really like books like this that focus on that heart change. So I want to just kind of tell you what's inside the book. It includes 6 practical ways to teach honor to your children. There's a simple 3-step way to handle meanness. And our kids are going to do that. They have sinful natures. There's 5 helpful parenting skills that you can use. And then I like the fact that there are questions at the end of each chapter for personal reflection and application, or you can use these also in a group study if you want to. And I love those discussion questions because, again, they make you pause and think through what you're learning and ask, how can I apply this? What's the one thing I can take away from this and do today? So this would actually work well for a mom's group, a homeschool mom study group, Bible study, parenting discussion group, any of those, or just for your own personal use as you try to be better as a mom. Some of my favorite things about the book, some of the chapter titles really stood out. There's a chapter called Honor Changes People. And I think that is so true, but we often don't think about it. Because when we teach honor, our children to honor others, we're teaching them character traits like empathy, kindness, respect, humility. Another chapter focuses on sibling relationships, which we all deal with if we have more than one child. And if you've ever dealt with sibling rivalry, I will say when you do, because we all have, this section gives practical ideas for helping brothers and sisters learn to honor each other instead of constantly competing or arguing and being mean. And then there's also a section about helping teens through those tunnel years where they kind of are struggling to figure out who they are and what they believe, where they're going, and often they get a little disrespectful then, and honor is an important key to focus on. And I know also many parents feel overwhelmed during the teen years. It's easy to. So I really like the fact that this book addresses that harder season as well as just when your kids are young. My favorite part probably is the family together time lessons that are in the appendix. And there are 8 of these lessons. They take about 20 minutes, but they're simple to use. Each lesson includes 5 parts. There's the preparation, there's the review from previous lessons, there's an introduction to the lesson, then there is the lesson itself from God's Word, and then it ends with a hands-on application activity and questions where you get your kids involved. And I love it because it helps your kids learn better when they experience that truth, not just hear it. They see how this applies to their everyday life. One of the lessons, this is probably my favorite one, talks about how honor is like a secret ingredient. I did that with my grandkids and they just thought that was the coolest thing. But because of the way it was taught, it just made that lesson sink in about how honor is something special and how it changes things. And it's really fun to do with your kids or your grandkids. They like doing activities and then they learn from them. So you could even show an object lesson or activity while you're teaching some of these because that makes the learning more memorable. Why does this matter for Christian parents? Well, I've already mentioned this, but as Christian parents, our goal should not just be behavior control. We want to disciple our children. We want to help them understand and develop biblical character. We want to raise children who know how to honor God and honor others that they are around daily. And the Bible tells us in Romans 12:10 to honor others above ourselves. So it's an important concept to teach our children. It's a powerful life lesson, and it's one that our kids desperately need in today's world. So if you're struggling with whining, complaining, bad attitudes, sibling conflict, or you just want to bring more peace into your home, this book really does offer practical, faith-filled help. And I love that it focuses on the heart, not just the outward behavior, and that it also gives you those practical ways to apply what you're learning, because knowing what to do obviously makes a difference. Learning it or knowing it isn't as helpful as actually knowing what to do with that knowledge. So knowing how to do it is what really changes things. So if this sounds like something that your family could benefit from, I encourage you to check this book out. I'll put the link below. But I'd also love to have you comment, what is one area that you're currently working on in your home? Is it the attitudes? Is it sibling conflict? Is it respect? Leave a comment below and let's encourage one another in our parenting journey.